Nice to see you again. Here our breaking news, warming up our engines for the conference, the European conference that is going to be the 18th of November, next 18th of November. My name is Guido Valentini. I'm the director of the Club Itaca in Rome. And here with me there is Francesco and Gaia.
Hello everybody.
Ludovica.
Hello.
And online we have Carmel Doyle from the Platinum Clubhouse in Ireland. Can you say hello?
Hi guys, how's everybody?
Thank you. We have Anita Brix from Denmark actually, but she works for Clubhouse International. Hello Anita.
Hi everyone, great seeing you this morning.
And we have Francesco Baglioni. He is the director of the Clubhouse in Milano. Hello Francesco.
Hello to everybody. Hi Guido, and hi everybody in Rome, in Denmark and in Ireland.
Hi Francesco, thank you. And then we have Roberta Del Bene. She's a member of Club Itaca Roma and she's at home.
Hello everyone.
Nice to see you, Roberta. So today we are going to talk first of all with Carmel because we would like to ask you your Clubhouse and your interest in participating in the European Clubhouse Conference 2020 because your Clubhouse is the first time that participate to a European conference, and I think also the Irish Coalition. Am I right, Carmel?
Yes. Yeah, we have had a lot of problems with funding and things like that, so we haven't been able to go to any of the European conferences. So we were so excited, Guido, when we got your email to say that it was virtual this year, and it's been a huge delight in the Clubhouse that everybody's going to be able to participate, see and be involved in the European Clubhouse conference. So also we have a Clubhouse coalition, as you just mentioned. So there's 7 clubhouses, and all 7, when I said it to them at the coalition, were interested and have all registered now for the European conference. So it's great excitement at the coalition meetings and everything to hear about, you know, what's coming up, what's happening and all that, because everybody is so excited about being involved. We've heard about the European conference, and I know it's not the same as being there, but this is our first opportunity to be involved in it, and we really want it to be to be a good experience for us, I suppose. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Carmel. I'm so impressed that in Ireland you have 7 clubhouses. Mm-hmm. Is your clubhouse the first that have been created, or there are others?
So ours, Platinum Clubhouse, is the first clubhouse. We're here since 1999, and the other clubhouses have come on, you know, different years and whatever. But we are fully committed. We have an auspice agency. We're fully committed to improving Clubhouse and adding more clubhouses. We have a startup guide. We have a lot of interest from other people in the mental health, you know, stage in Ireland, and it's an up and coming thing in Ireland. But the 7 clubhouses are all in one region in Ireland, in Leinster, and we'd have a lot of interaction between the clubhouses because we support each other in different things. So say employment is my thing, so I would support other clubhouses getting an employment program going and whatever. So we have a very strong coalition. We work very well together, and we've a very strong auspice agency as well.
My congratulations. I'm really glad to hear those things. And please send us a video of your clubhouse, and we will show it during the conference, because this conference is virtual, and this is a pity, of course, but gives us some chances like showing videos from all the clubhouse in Europe. So please send it.
Yeah, absolutely. We will do that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Carmel. I'm so glad to have the chance to see you and to talk to you. Now I will give the word to Roberta. Please, Roberta.
Hi. The end of this decade, 2010 and 2020, gives the chance to look to our movement history and to imagine how we can start the next decade, 2020, 2030. How do you see our movement's future?
So I suppose going forward, this year has taught us a lot about virtual and about outreach. We were just, actually, I was just at a team meeting there. We were just talking about that, but our outreach has really expanded. You know, what we thought of as outreach is not outreach anymore. We're now doing community visits. We're doing peer support. We're doing a lot of different things. And a lot of people are interacting with us virtually instead of actually coming into the clubhouse, because we're still under a very limited amount of numbers of people coming into the clubhouse. So we'd have, like, say, you know, on a monthly basis, we'd see around 100 people, but like average daily attendance be around 40 for us. So now we're down to about 20 on a day, and that's limited access. And then we're kind of in contact with everybody else over the week or over the month. We're going out to, we're very rural. So we live, you know, in a quite a rural area. So we have to drive quite a distance to meet up with people and see people. And we have a big reach out of people. But I think outreach is going to be it has nuances now that we never seen before. The community visits, you know, all the social media parts to it, all the virtual parts to it. I think that's going to go forward. And just being on the faculty meeting the other day, and they're talking about virtual accreditations, you know, remote faculty training. So I think everybody's going to be taking that step forward of, you know, and technology is going to be a big part of our 2020 to 2030 for this clubhouse anyway. And we really need to get up to date, because we're not so good on the technology piece of it. So we're going to have to move ourselves along in that bit. Yeah. So I see that as the biggest challenge for us, and biggest change for us with 2020 to 2030. Is that okay, Roberta?
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Carmel. I would like to ask also to Anita all the same question. As you represent Clubhouse International here in Europe, and you work with the Clubhouse Europe sitting in the advocacy group, as you are a member of the advocacy group. So how can you look at our history, the last decade? You were working already for Clubhouse International for the movement, and how you see the next decade that is coming, 2020, 2030?
Thank you, Guido. It's a great question. So the last decade from 2010 to 2020 was a busy and in many ways exciting decade for the Clubhouse movement. One of the things that happened was that the community of clubhouses decided that to stay with connected to the organization, clubhouses had to commit to accreditation. So that led to Clubhouse International losing members, because some clubhouses did not want to go through that quality assurance. But those that stayed around has demonstrated that they are extremely strong clubhouses, and our community is now based on 313 extremely strong clubhouses that are committed to do all aspects of clubhouse work. So I think that opens a new decade where the clubhouse movement is stronger than ever. We see clubhouse, and I think this pandemic has demonstrated that our clubhouses is amazing. Everyone have found ways to stay connected with members. Clubhouses are reporting that members are coming back that has been not connected with the clubhouses for a year, because new opportunities has opened. So I think that even though that this is an exhausting period, we are also really demonstrating how strong the clubhouse movement is, and I think it's stronger than ever. I also think that it's amazing that the clubhouses has just kept expanding in this year. Clubhouse International have had 10 new clubhouses opening and being members with Clubhouse International since the pandemic broke out, and only 2 clubhouses has closed down in this period, and those clubhouses had even decided to close before the pandemic broke out. So I think that we have so many opportunities for the movement for the next decade. I think that one of the things that there will be a lot of focus on will be something that started already in 2016, where the Clubhouse community decided to add a standard about wellness. So what we see is clubhouses are doing more and more around wellness, working on members' access to healthcare, working on stigma in healthcare. So I think that would be something that we will hear a lot more about in this decade. And I think just this opportunity now that Clubhouse Europe, with Club Itaca Roma, is hosting a virtual conference where we will have that we are just opening new doors and we are learning as we go. And I think what we are learning right now is really taking the clubhouses into the digital age. And I'm just really excited that we are having the Irish clubhouses at this conference, because they have been missed in European and conferences and world seminars. So I think we're just entering an interesting decade, even though that it feels exhausting from where we are right now with being closed down. But I think there is a bright hope.
Thank you so much, Anita. Looks like we are going to have an exciting and challenging new decade. I'm very curious to see how we'll be able to manage this new challenging things. So, dear
Francesco, my question for you. The general conditions determined by the pandemic are creating discontinuity and are breaking many comfort zones. How is your clubhouse reacting? And maybe there are also some opportunities.
Thank you, Francesco, for your question, and is a big question, and I try to respond based on the situation in our clubhouse, and we staying at home, and we are still at home. We all experienced the isolation connected to the pandemic, and also the empty life and the lack of sense in our lives, and a situation that is well known for many people who have suffered by a mental illness. So I think that we have the opportunity to have a more clear idea about the mental illness, and to share the experience of many people hit by this kind of illness and sufferings in their life. And so maybe we can hope that the empathy for this kind of illness will grow in the future, because we know more of this kind of condition. And then with all the situation connected with the pandemic, our society and our communities now are ready to open and to give right of citizenship to fragility and vulnerability. For example, we have known many companies that are more open to consider the fragility and vulnerability of people working with them. And there is new programs about mental health in the workplaces. And this is for sure an addition connected to the actual and the current situation of the pandemic. And then third, the meaning of relationships. And relationships are foundation of our movement, and we know a lot about relationships, and I think that our communities are enriching a lot in this point of view, because we discovered that relationships can be a great opportunities, but also a threats, and that's why we are forced to manage the relationships with others in the best way possible. And this is also a good is the best way to build also good relationships and also good mental health for everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Vieni, Kate, vieni. So, Francesco, I can tell that it's really important, I agree with you, it's really important to be concrete and pragmatic and to talk about the new programs for mental health. It's important, and to see how relationships still the base and the main important role for us, and a new kind of relationship are also can be created through web and using those new instruments. Of course, we have to hold on and wait until this pandemic situation will be over, and we hope that it will be over as soon as possible. So, Katrina, you want to say hello to everybody?
Hi everybody, this is Caterina, the member number 1 of Club Roma. Yes!
Yeah! Brava Katrina, grazie.
Hi, Caterina.
So, thank you so much for being with us today. And we have to wait until the 18th of November to see you again. And we are very looking forward to our conference. Please participate all together. We will be doing a great conference. Ciao, everybody. Ciao from Rome. Ciao.
See you soon. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.